Are the Golden State Warriors on the brink of a major roster shakeup this offseason? Rumors are swirling about a dynamic scoring talent potentially joining the ranks of our beloved Dubs, and if the stars align, we could see a new superstar donning the blue and gold next season. Imagine the impact this versatile player could have, not just as a scorer, but as a vital piece in our quest for another championship. If you're excited about the possibilities, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like to stay in the loop with all things Warriors. The Golden State Warriors are at a pivotal moment as they look to enhance their roster in the upcoming offseason. One name that's been making waves in trade rumors is Michael Porter Jr. of the Denver Nuggets. Honestly, when I heard the Warriors might go after him, my excitement shot through the roof. Porter Jr. has been touted as a future superstar, and while he hasn't completely reached his ceiling yet in his 7-year career, his numbers speak volumes. With an average of 18.3 points, 7 rebounds, and 2.5 three-pointers per game, along with an impressive shooting percentage, 50.4% from the field and 40% from beyond the arc, he could be just what the Warriors need. Imagine adding a player with his scoring ability to a team that's already built on championship culture. Not only is he a volume scorer, but he can create his own shot without needing to dominate the ball. This is crucial for a team like the Warriors, who thrive on ball movement and spacing. Now let's talk about how this potential acquisition could impact the Warriors' pursuit of future titles. Bringing in a player like Porter Jr., who has already tasted success, having won a championship with Denver, would add a layer of experience and a winning mentality to the squad. The current roster, while talented, could greatly benefit from that infusion of championship pedigree. Just think about it. You have a player who can fill it up and stretch the floor, making life easier for Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. It's a mouth-watering prospect. The challenge, of course, would be what the Nuggets would want in return. They're in title contention themselves, so they're not going to give up a player of Porter Jr.'s caliber without demanding a hefty price. The Warriors would likely have to package a mix of ready-to-contribute veterans and promising young talent. We could see names like Buddy Hield, Moses Moody, and Kevon Looney potentially involved in a deal, along with a future first-round pick. Would that be worth it? Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. The idea of giving up young prospects for a proven player is always a double-edged sword. On one hand, adding someone like Porter could elevate the team's championship odds significantly. On the other hand, parting ways with future stars can haunt a franchise for years. It's a delicate balance, and as a fan, it's hard to watch. You want to win now, but you also want to build for the future. And let's not forget about the financial aspect. Porter Jr. is set to earn over $38 million in the next 2 seasons, which complicates any deal further. The Warriors would need to consider how this impacts their salary cap and future roster moves. Could they bring in a third team to facilitate a deal? It's all part of the chess game that is the NBA offseason. In my opinion, if the Warriors can pull this off, they should go for it. Porter Jr. isn't just a good player, he's a game-changer who could help propel the Warriors back to the top. The franchise has a history of making bold moves, and this could be another one of those moments that defines the next era of Warriors basketball. But I'm curious to know what you all think. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. As we navigate through these rumors and speculations, one thing is for sure. The Warriors have a chance to reshape their future. Whether that includes acquiring Michael Porter Jr. or not, the decisions made this offseason will undoubtedly influence the team's trajectory. So, let's keep the conversation going. What are your expectations for the Warriors this summer? The Golden State Warriors are making waves, and as a passionate fan, I'm here to break down what this means for our beloved team. Recently, the Warriors put on a defensive clinic against the Knicks, and while the final score might have been satisfying, there's a looming question that could change everything for us in the playoffs. Can this defense hold up against high-powered offenses? With Steph Curry off the court, the Knicks made a push. But it was the Warriors' defense that shined, particularly with Draymond Green and Moses Moody stepping up. Their ability to close off passing lanes and contest shots was impressive, and it really highlighted the Warriors' commitment to paint defense, leading the NBA by allowing just 24.7% of shots at the rim. But here's where it gets complicated. While we've been suffocating opponents in the paint, we've been leaving ourselves vulnerable to three-point shooting. Look at teams like the Boston Celtics, who thrive on outside shooting with stars like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. If we face a team that can consistently hit those outside shots, could our strategy backfire? That's the conundrum facing Steve Kerr. Should he adjust our defensive scheme to mitigate those three-point opportunities, or stick with what's been working? It's a tough call, and as we've seen in past playoffs, Kerr has had to make crucial adjustments on the fly. But let's talk about the bigger picture here. Since Jimmy Butler joined the team, everything has changed. His leadership and aggressive defense have transformed the Warriors, giving us a 14-1 record when he's on the court. His presence has not only revitalized Draymond Green, but has also allowed Curry to play with more freedom. We're seeing a new energy, a renewed sense of purpose. But with this success comes the question: how does Jonathan Kuminga fit into this new identity? Kuminga, still only 22, is one of the most promising young players we've seen. However, he's been struggling to find his place after missing 31 games due to injury. And now, whispers are circulating about a potential trade with the Utah Jazz to bring in John Collins. Collins is a proven player who can score, rebound, and shoot from deep, making him an excellent fit for our system. But giving up Kuminga isn't a simple decision. Do we risk losing a potential star for a player who can help us right now? That's the dilemma facing our front office. If we trade Kuminga for Collins, we could have a starting lineup featuring Curry, Klay Thompson, Butler, Draymond, and Collins, a lineup that strikes fear into the hearts of opponents. Imagine the 40-a pick and rolls, with Collins finishing at the rim and Curry drawing defenses out beyond the arc. It could be a lethal combination. Plus, Collins brings defensive chops to the table as well, averaging a steal and a block per game. He could help solidify our defensive rotations, making us even tougher to score against. On the flip side, Kuminga is a player with immense potential. If he develops into an all-star elsewhere, this trade could be viewed as a monumental mistake. Mike Dunleavy, our general manager, has an incredibly tough decision to make. Do we secure a stronger immediate future with Collins, or trust in Kuminga's development for the long haul? It's a balancing act between winning now and building for the future. And you, what do you think? Should we go all in on Collins to compete for a title this season? Or should we trust Kuminga's growth and potential? This decision could define our trajectory as a franchise for years to come. Personally, I'm torn. I see the immediate benefits of bringing Collins on board, but I also can't help but think about the long-term implications of trading away a young talent like Kuminga. I want to hear your opinions down below. What do you think about this potential trade and the direction the Warriors are heading? Are we making the right moves, or are we risking too much? Don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Like and share the video if you're as passionate about the Warriors as I am. Let's keep this conversation going, because as fans, it's our love for this team that drives us forward.